Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to have views. The paid request is time for Peter. I apologize for the lateness of it. Just been backed up with stuff. I'm trying to get to them as soon as I can. But yeah, for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Peter wanted me to do a commentary on the 1997 film Face Off. And this film, it's not the worst film ever. I've never been a huge fan of this movie. I know a lot of people absolutely love this film. But it's one of those things where I love John Woo. There's a lot of other American films of John Woo I like more than this one. But I guess we'll be getting into that stuff. It's not the worst film ever. It's definitely not the worst John Woo film ever. But I do prefer Hard Boiled, Bullet in the Head, The Killer, even Once a Thief, Hard Target, Broken Arrow. Yes, even Paycheck I like more. But that's just me. I know I'm alone in that. But I mean, but it's better than Wind Talkers. It's better than... I forgot the name of it. But 3, 2, 1, pressing play. We have Buena Vista International. And there are good things about this movie, to be fair. There are good things about it. And sometimes I'm like 50-50 on the film. Sometimes I do feel it's a bit overrated. Maybe that's why. One credit I will say is I like some of the music, especially at the end credits. When the end credits pop up and you have that bit of emotional score, I do like that. That's one thing I'll say. But it was definitely a huge hit for John Woo, because Hard Target only made like 30-some million US. Broken Arrow had made a bit more than that, but this was John Woo's like big bona fide hit in the States. Came out in the summer of 97. Was it the summer? I know it came out in 1997. Made over $100 million in the US. So it was a fairly big hit. Let's see what the exact box office was. $112 million in the US. $112 million, so. Towards the incident, you think Nick Cage is hesitant and feeling bad about this, but no, he's just hesitant to get his drink on. I get why they do this, because later on when Nick Cage, the face is on, then he does that. But no one else would do that. I'm like, right, no one else would do that, because who the hell looks at their kid and go, as if I'm wiping my... I don't have a napkin, so let me wipe it on your face. That's such a... Like, from the get-go, it's like... I'd be like, don't put your hand on my face. Is your hands washed? Did you come from the bathroom? Were they super washed? But of course, the inside incident here where Travolta was hit, but his son was killed. I do like John Travolta as an actor. Saturday Night Fever from back in the day. But throughout the years, I thought he did a great job as the villain in Broken Arrow. I liked The General's Daughter. Pulp Fiction, of course. Six years later, he's definitely a much more serious individual. He is married to Joan Allen. Good actress. All the accolades he's gotten. I first remember hearing about the project when it was going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. And that would have been such a much better fit, much better combination of actors. Oh, Travolta versus Nick Cage just didn't really make me gun ho. Never did. I like both actors. Travolta, love him in Broken Arrow. Nick Cage, love him in Con Air. We had Nick Cage there setting up a bomb. You always wonder with all these bombs in movies why there's always a big, there's always this big timer on the bomb. You think maybe like there'd be a device that would have the ticking clock, but I always have to have a big thing on the bomb itself. See, this is where I'm like, God, it's just being so over the top, so over dramatic. I mean, Travolta's being so much of a dick to his team, which is supposed to be in comparison to when Nick Cage is him. Is like, oh, did you have surgery to take the stick out of your ass? And then Cage is just him being over the top can be fun. But I don't know, sometimes it can be just so like calm down a little bit. It's funny he gets so mad, but he says the word "butt." You just brand the Fourth Amendment on my butt. I'm like, why wouldn't he say ass? Now this guy who plays the brother, I know he's been in other films that I've seen him in. Trying to remember. Jurassic Park 3, that's what it was. He was Sam Neill's buddy in Jurassic Park 3. He's the one that took the eggs, attacked by the pterodactyls. The guy with the glasses there, yeah, he was Sam Neill's buddy in Jurassic Park 3. I said Nick Cage is just being. There are times I do enjoy him over the top, but this is just a bit much. Well, I thought John Travolta, he floated that line of being fun to camp, also being sinister. I thought Travolta did a much better job balancing that in Broken Arrow. Here is just, he's so campy to be facing Adam West in Batman, the TV show. If I let you suck my tongue, it's just like, oh brother, man. Now, I remember this action scene coming up being fairly good, but I think it's a while before you did another action scene. I mean, there's the bit in the prison, but that was never that memorable to me. The prison bit. It's alright, but it's not, I don't think, that memorable. And pretty much the penthouse scene. Sure, David warning shot, sure shot him in the legs. Would a Hummer be the best bet to catch someone with speed? Well, I guess actually the idea is that it's such a big vehicle that's going to be. So the guy was playing chicken with a plane, but he lost. I think we all know this girl ain't gonna make it. There you go, there's roadkill. But you tell it, I mean, John Woo definitely had the budget to get some good production value here. I mean, a helicopter, real. Plane, real. Definitely some complicated stuff here. Yeah. Follow Archer's lead. Yeah, you get a helicopter too and fuck up the plane. I mean, I appreciate everything being done for real in camera. Don't really know why he shot the pilot. I mean, it was pretty stupid because now he has to drive the thing. Which, yeah, he's doing such a great job. Just stupid of him to shoot the pilot. Just shows he's a moron. Because, yeah, this really worked out for him. But yeah, great production value. Produ- the all the sparks. Definitely big and bombastic. Probably the biggest budget he had at the time. Definitely brings a big steel to everything. And refreshing that everything, it's not wall-to-wall CGI. Got the two golden guns, two pistol bang bang. Which he actually did golden guns in that John Woo video game Stranglehold, the sequel to Hard Boiled. Ooh, get the guy right in the ear. There you go. But I would say I do like this scene. I do think it's a fun action scene. I did credit that. What the hell? You could see the wire on that guy. You could literally see the wire on that guy. Like, the guy came in and I'm like, why is there a wire on him? And when he's shot, you see the wire on his back. That was amateur hour. That's pretty bad. I mean, come on now. Don't believe it, look back. You could clearly see the wire when he goes into it, and then when Nick Cage shotguns him, when he flies back, you see the wire waving back and forth. I thought something was stuck to his coat. It's the damn wire to pull him. I mean, come on. That was that well done. I don't think I ever noticed that before. I just Travolta is like, hey, I get to work with John Woo again, but this time I get to be the good guy. Why not? This is sort of in the middle of John Travolta's comeback. Because he was doing well in the 70s, Saturday Night Fever and Grease, but then when he got into the 80s, 80s were not the best time for him in terms of box office. Other than Look Who's Talking. Does he would do other films, Perfect, with Jamie Lee Curtis being one of them, that really didn't do anything. We're just on the common. We know each other's guns. It's almost as if Nick Cage is thinking he's the Joker or something. I know when people enjoy the cartoonish way he's playing the character, but I don't know. Sometimes that could work for me. This one, it's like more just almost too goofy. That's a decent bit of stunt work. Flying away back there because of the jet engine. Not too bad at all. You think you would at least check his pulse first just to make sure, but hey, what do I know? Jesus. Awful eye makeup. Nose ring. Not sure if I'd tear, 100% on the damn family drama. But I remember Joan Allen does a good job in this. Capable actress. Getting that face thing again. Just, let me rub your face, My hands are dirty. I can't find the handkerchief. I can't find a dish towel. And this character just... You understand why, because of the death of his son, but again, he comes off as such a wet fart of a character, so glum, that even though you understand his reasoning, he's just not really the most, I don't know, fun character to be around. Like, his team is celebrating, and then he decides to party pooper. This is for all these people that died, so you keep celebrating your fucking bullshit with your wine and your glasses. You keep celebrating and hooping and hollering, but all these people died. I'm the party pooper. By the way, didn't Nick Cage's character say he had a bomb? No one's worried about that. No one's like uneasy about that. I'd be celebrating when we find that. But I mean, guess they didn't believe him or something. Miss Pounder. I don't mind her as an actress. She's been in quite a few stuff as well. I think she passed away, I think. Didn't she pass away? Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. No, I guess she's still around, which is good. I don't know why. For some reason, I guess I got confused with someone else who had passed away. She was in RoboCop 3. She was in End of Days. That's right. She was Arnold's boss in End of Days. Marge, what the fuck? I guess she was in Avatar 2, and she'll be Avatar 3 and 4. So it was written by Mike Werb and Michael Colleary in a 1990 spec script. They were inspired after a mutual friend injured themselves in a hang gliding incident. The injury required the friend's face to be removed and reconstructed before being re-added onto their body. They were inspired by the film White Heat to create a plot where the main character survived a prison riot. Initially had a futuristic setting. I actually would not have minded that, the futuristic setting. It was optioned to Joel Silver in 1991. It expired in 1994. The project was purchased by Paramount Pictures. Rob Cohen was going to direct it, but then it was on a turnaround and he left to do Dragonheart. John Woo was attached in 1996. Pairings that were considered were Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Douglas and Harrison Ford, Alec Baldwin, and Bruce Willis. You know what? Michael Douglas, who is a executive producer on this, and Harrison Ford, that would have been a cool choice. Like, if they were the choice for this, Michael Douglas and Harrison Ford deal with John Woo, that would have been fantastic to see those guys do that. Would have been so different and so unique. Like, that would have sparked intrigue with me. I don't know what it is, just the pairing of Travolta and Cage. Like, I like them individually, but them being together just doesn't create the excitement that this seems like it would with other pairings. Maybe that's the thing, like Van Damme, Steven Seagal, Arnold Slide, even Douglas and Harrison Ford. They're just much more exciting pairings that, I know that's not fair to the movie, but I just keep thinking of the what if. Johnny Depp wanted to play Sean Archer, but passed on the role after reading the script. Interesting. $80 million budget. September 2019, there were plans to remake the film with a new cast. 2021 is reported that Adam Wingard would direct and the film would be a sequel to the original. Yeah, I don't think anything's been set in stone as far as I know, but I mean, with the way the world is today with movies, I'm sure, I wouldn't be surprised they do it. I mean, you did it in Beetlejuice too. They do it as remake to Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Sure, of course they'll do Face Off. Why not? Gina Gershon. Always liked her as an actress. And I mean, she would appear in movies frequently. I mean, I liked her in that film Best of the Best 3, which was before this. And, of course, the notoriety of Showgirls, which she did before this. And she continued to work, but sadly not a lot of prominent roles. I mean, the films are called Demon Lover, Picture Claire, Dreamland, Man About Town, which I think they had Ben Affleck in it. What Love Is, Just Business, Beer for My Horses. Not really big prominent movies. Oh yeah, she was in Thanksgiving, that's right. The very beginning, the inciting incident, she's very prominent in that. Yeah, that's right. Because oh, it's nice to see Gina Gershon again. Because I do like her as an actress. Now that guy, I think that's Nick Cassavetes, I believe. Nick Cassavetes, which what movies was he in? I think The Wraith. Right, The Wraith. Yeah, the villain in The Wraith. That was what I was thinking of. He's the main villain in The Wraith. course he's going to say yes, otherwise there'd be no movie. And what it is with this film is that I love a lot of 90s action films. A lot of them. I mean, let me count the ways. I mean, from 1990, you Die Hard 2 and The Adventures of Ford Fairlane and Total Recall. You know, throughout the years, I loved Last Action Hero, True Lies, Cliffhanger, Demolition Man, Rapid Fire, Detective Beverly Hills, Metro, Broken Arrow, Hard Target, Lionheart, Out for Justice, Hard to Kill, Predator 2, I Come in Peace, Showdown in Little Tokyo, even films like Riot and Zero Times with Robert Patrick, films some people never even heard of. You know, I like Terminator 2. At times I felt it was a bit overrated, but I do like Terminator 2. I would say I put Terminator 2 above this. I can sincerely say I do enjoy Terminator 2. I like the film. It's a very well done movie. I prefer the horror, gritty feel of the first Terminator, but it's a very good film, Terminator 2. This, like I said, at times I'm 50-50 on. It's not nearly the worst. It's just not a film I rewatch a lot. It's like Point Break. Point Break, this film, those are two 90s films, action films I'm not gung-ho that everybody else is. And we're now going to like the same thing. If I didn't look up 90s action film, Speed, I love the film Speed. If I go through the list, 1990, Another 48 Hours, Bird on a Wire, the John Woo film Bullet in the Head, Darkman, Death Warrant, Die Hard 2, Hard to Kill, Hunt for Red October, I Don't Mind, I Come in Peace, Lionheart, Marked for Death, Narrow Margin, that's more of a thriller, Predator 2, Robocop 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Rookie with Charlie Sheen and Clint Eastwood, Total Recall I love. I like Backdraft. I like Double Impact. The Hard Way with Michael J. Fox and James Woods. If Let's to Kill, I think is fun with Richard Grieco. Last Boy Scout, I love The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis. I love that one. Out for Justice, my favorite Steven Seagal film. The Perfect Weapon, I love that film with Jeff Speakman. Tina Lorber said they were doing a 4K of it, then that disappeared. I don't know what happened. Ricochet's an interesting one. Ricky O, the story of Ricky is a crazy one. I like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Run, underrated film with Patrick Dempsey. Where's the Blu-ray of that? The film didn't even get a DVD release. Showdown in Little Tokyo. Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth is great. I love the Take Your Beverly Hills. I like Terminator 2. I like Toy Soldiers. Batman Returns, I like. El Mariachi I reviewed. I did not mind that film, especially $7,000 budget. Free Jack I don't hate. It has its issues, but I don't mind Free Jack. Hard Boiled I loved. Cuffs is a fun one with Christian Slater. That's more comedy, but there's a little bit of action. Lethal Weapon 3. Live Wire. That film needs a Blu-ray. Live Wire with Pierce Brosnan. Underrated film, Live Wire. Makes me want to watch Live Wire again. I really enjoy that one. Nemesis. Passenger 57 I like. Super Cop. Rapid Fire. I'm going through all this just to show how great the 90s were for action films compared to today. So that's another reason why I'm doing it. It's like, enough. But here on stream, they're just doing the surgery. They're getting ready for the surgery. Under Siege. Universal Soldier is great. I like Best of the Best too. Demolition Man I love. Cliffhanger I love. I like Last Action Hero. It's Excessive Force with Thomas Ian Griffith. I saw it for the first time a year or two ago. Pleasantly surprised. That deserves a Blu-ray. Fortress, my favorite Stuart Gordon film. It has Christopher Lambert. It's more of a thriller, but The Fugitive, fantastic movie. Hard Target, one of my favorites. The Joshua Tree, that's known as Army of One. That's a Dolph Lundgren film I like. Judgment by Night is more of a thriller, but I like that one. Here you see more of the surgery, the laser, ripping the face off. You get those old school computer graphics. Makes this 1997. And of course, yeah, the idea is absurd to transplant one face to another, but I mean, you either go with it or you don't. Obviously, they try to hide as much for the MPA rating, I'm assuming, or they didn't want to make it seem like it's gratuitous. Like I said, I know it's absurd and ridiculous. Like I said, it's either go with it or you don't. I guess for people. A lot of people apparently went for it. But yeah, I mean, other films. Street Night, Sniper, Street Night with Jesse Pinkman, Sniper with Tom Berenger. I enjoy those films. Bad Blood with Lorenzo Lamas, I remember liking. The Chase with Charlie Sheen, I remember liking. Clear and Present Danger, The Crow. Just hard to watch because of what happened to Brandon Lee. Gunman, that's an underrated one with Mario Van Peebles and Christopher Lambert. I like Hellbound with Chuck Norris. A Low Down Dirty Shame's underrated. That deserves a Blu-ray. Men of War with Dolph Lundgren. Really enjoyed that one. Speed with Keanu Reeves. Time Cop, True Lies. Bad Boys, Blade, Crimson Tide, Desperado, GoldenEye, Heat, Last Man Standing, Mortal Kombat, Broken Arrow. I mean, okay, I'll stop now. I'm just saying there's a lot of 90s action films I like and enjoy. A lot of them. This just wasn't one of them. This wasn't one of them. I know here he did an awkward dub because it's going to be John Travolta's voice coming out of this. It almost seems like delayed. Fuck you! Fuck you! But, this weird smile that he does. See, that's what I mean. Like, see, it's delayed. Great, I get that there's no other way to do it, but it just came off as more funny to me than anything. Like, so overly dramatic that I remember laughing more than anything. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Does that ever come into play, the microphone in this thing, that, like, a violent sneeze could dislodge it? I don't know if that ever comes into play. I don't remember. You think, okay, you don't believe me, mess with the voice and be like, well, you can hear me now. Like, okay, you don't know who to trust. Do something like this and then try to screw up the microphone. Because nobody else knows who he is. Except this guy. So now you have this whole prison section. Which I will say is better than Escape Plan, I'll give you that. Sally was Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Now, this guy who plays the prison guard, I know I recognize him, John Terrell Lynch. Oh, he was the guy in Volcano the same year. That's the guy that I think he tries to help people off the train. And then he jumps and he throws the guy off, but he melts into the lava. I think that's the same guy who's the prison guard. I think he was also in Zodiac as one of the suspects of who might have been the actual Zodiac. Yeah, I think he was in the David Fincher film. Yeah, he's one of the guy you think is it. Oh, it's the boots from Super Mario Bros. The movie. They look exactly like the boots from Super Mario Bros. The movie. The ones they put on to the jump they're given. The booster boots. It's weird that the brother would ever think that maybe this isn't his brother. Because would you ever think, oh, they made surgery and they altered your face and your voice? Now, this guy here with the glasses, that is Thomas Jane, which, unrecognizable. The wig, the glasses. But yes, Thomas Jane. Of course, we're going to be The Punisher in 2004. The Mist. A number of other movies. So I see him in an early role. As many years before, you would have a little bit of prominence in them. Once in a while you see Thomas Jane, but it's kind of usually cast in a nothing direct to streaming movie like, what was that, Bruce Willis movie Vice and all that stuff, which is a shame. Because he's a talented actor and just wasting nothing roles. I would think the brother would be like, oh man, he got messed up or he got his head shaken off by almost getting killed. So like the cobwebs aren't all the way cleared off. Not, oh, someone made surgery and looked like my brother. I think also because like Tage and Travolta, they don't have unique mannerisms that you just see. Like it's still the person in there, even though they have a different face. I know they're supposed to mimic each other's body language. I just don't notice it as much as maybe with two other actors and personalities. You would think you have someone watching this guy just in case. The fact, I mean, why the hell would you not have anyone watching this guy, just in case anything happens? Or hell, just kill the guy. I mean, you literally could just kill this guy and no one would have fucking noticed. Like, what would be the point of keeping him alive? Just, put some stuff in it. He dies. What do you fucking do? You got his face. You said he was in a coma. He's never dead now. You should have just killed his ass. But then there'd be no movie. I know it'd be labeled as murder, to be fair. But I mean, they're willing to do legal shit like this. Oh, this guy is a complete utter murderer. I don't think they'd be that iffy about that, too. Now he sounds like a raptor. I'm not even going to do the sound. Now he sounds like a fucking raptor. A horny raptor. Again, why would you not have at least one person watching the thing? Watching the guy? For this much of a high-profile case, high-profile individual, you think you'd have one person in case the vitals drop or anything? What kind of laugh is that? Such a weird-ass laugh. Just Confior. Which I know he was in the Chronicles of Riddick, among other movies. Again, you have this institute and you have nobody in here watching? No security, nothing? That's so weird. Especially dealing with this high profile case that has a set date, the 18th. I don't know, for some reason that team reminded of Batman 89. The mirror. Give me the mirror. Nice bit of direction there to see the reflection off the glasses. Yeah, there's Thomas Jane again. Looking through the trivia, apparently Cage and Travolta spent 2 weeks together before filming to learn how to play each other. Gestures and vocal cadences for each character that could be mimicked. This film had little to no studio interference, and the only scene the MPA demanded to be cut was the opening assassination scene where Sean Archer's son is killed. The crew shot on Nick Cage's birthday. John Woo let Cage get emotionally charged up for a scene, then surprised him with a birthday cake. That's also a stupid notion. Why would he say you're so fucking pathetic when you're not even out there yet? Have you ever done undercover work before? Yeah, let's make him, I don't know, more suspicious, more questionable. Do it when you get the hell out of there. But, of course, this is when he's going to find out these are not what they seem. The first real-life face transplant was accomplished in 2012 on Richard Norris, who accidentally shot himself in the face with a shotgun the same year the movie came out. Also, he shot himself in 1997, and then it took till 2012 to do a real-life face transplant? Just because they had the technology at that point. For John Woo's birthday, Cage and Cassavetes gave him a Dirty Harry poster signed by Clint Eastwood. John Woo was called Eastwood my hero. Wow. Yep, his buddy got killed too. There you go. So that means Confior talked. So he's a snitch as well. He snitched on them. Unless they recorded them in it, but... Or he just snitched. It's so ridiculous. Die! Die! Again, it just comes off as so goofy and silly and stupid that it's hard for me to take the film seriously. It was released in June 1997, the same month as Nick Cage's Con Air. Let's see. John Woo cast Jean Trishon based on her performance in the film Bound. Nick Cage, Face Off is one of his favorite films that he was a part of. Joel Schumacher visited Nick Cage and offered him a role of Scarecrow in a sequel to Batman and Robin. The movie never came out, but the two men worked together on 8mm. Nick Cage apparently is a big fan of Chow Yun-fat. John Woo originally asked Cage to decide on the makeup for the beginning of the film. Cage decided to don a mustache similar to the famous assassination scene in The Killer. So that's why he has a mustache. Allegedly, apparently, based on this. And to be true, yeah. Let's see. Originally, Nick Cage turned down the role of Castor Troy, citing a lack of interest in playing a villain. However, once he was told he would actually be playing the hero for a majority of the film, he quickly signed on. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he does technically play the hero most of it. The pole chase at the end of the film was originally meant for Hard Target. I do remember that, but I thought the horse stuff worked well for that movie. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking through the other bits of trivia. I mean, Travolta's having a bit of fun, and I said I do like him as an actor. I would say between the two, he does a bit better than Cage. Like I said, Nick Cage, if we're talking about 90s action films, I much prefer The Rock and Con Air over this. What you should have said was, I want to make a deal. I'll tell you where the bomb is. Let me make a deal for it. I'll admit, at times I don't really get what Nick Cage's his character's goal is. That maybe that's another thing that was a bit confusing for me because he would just wait around until the bomb occurs and then hightail it out of there and be like, hey, it wasn't my fault, blah, blah, blah. And then work and do more bombs and be undercover and all this other stuff. He could continue under the guise of. So there's something called the Internet Movie Strip Database. And based on that, I mean, what is the money in becoming an American hero? Let's just say he says like being an American hero. I guess for him it's like book deals, movies, things of that nature, perhaps. But I don't think if anything of that really comes to fruition. What, a raise in your payday? I don't think it's going to be 10 million. I don't know. I would say Travolta, to be fair, the tape backs that I said, he's doing a little bit better job trying to mimic Cage with some of his mannerisms. Like when he says touche, that did sound a little bit like Nicolas Cage. And trying to be some of his mannerisms. I would say Travolta did a better job than Nick Cage did on that front. That, of course, gotta be with 2 seconds left, of course. Well, so much for things. So we're halfway through the film, and okay, you had a little bit of that prison fight, but really, other than the open, that's been the only big action scene so far. I guess the prison escape will be the next one. Which again, the prison stuff just wasn't that interesting to me. That section of the movie. But yeah, apparently in the strip database, in this version, Archer's first name is John, not Sean. After planting the bomb, Castatory kills a janitor who catches him in the act. This was filmed and can be found as deleted scene on DVD. In the airport hangar shootout is Pollux, who shoots the one guy's ear off. He's also shot in the shoulder. While the film had when they had guns trained on each other, the script originally had the bickering happen in between exchanges of fire between Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. Both end with Castor being thrown against a ventilation. Okay. A photographer tries to take a picture of the agent's dead bodies, but then Travolta's terror confiscates the film. I'm trying to see if there's anything big in the changes. Castor has Tito killed in a lab fire in the final movie, but in the original script, he goes to Tito's house and shoots him before stealing Archer's ring. The confrontation message standoff happens in a boathouse near the church, not in the church proper. So I'm kind of sitting here just letting the scenes fly by, kind of just waiting for the next thing to happen. I'm just not as intrigued and pulled in as other people were, I guess. And the movie just comes off as a bit boring to me. Hate to say it. Right before they fry your skull, so you have to be in the right position for it. The movie's still playing, I just gotta get something, so. He wants a smoke, give him a smoke. He got a cigarette. Definitely got a cigarette. That's what I mean, like, the story doesn't intrigue me as much as it did other people. Nick Cage, I thought he worked well in The Rock, he worked well in Con Air. This, I'm not the biggest fan of his performance in this, as much as I like Nick Cage. I think the film was a bit overlong. I don't think the movie needed to be this long of a movie. 2 hours and 20 minutes or however long. I don't think there's as much action as there could have been. I know there's a bit of, I don't know, like the stuff in the prison just isn't that interesting to me, isn't that exciting to me. Compared to films like Fortress or even Death Warrant or other stuff. That's Joe Bob Briggs. The Joe Bob Briggs. Which is crazy. I always forget Joe Bob Briggs was in this. I'm like, holy shit, how did you get in here, Joe Bob? How'd that happen? I was going to say, his whole plan was hoping that this guy whose brain was fried was going to listen to him, believe in him, and not be so fried that he'd have the energy to do all this stuff here. Like, what if the guy didn't believe you and said you're lying, you're making stuff up? What if he was so fried he could barely get up? and barely do anything, then you would have been fried too. So what kind of plan was that? It is other than luck. Yeah, that's a stream used in a lot of movies. Not the Wilhelm, I forget what that other stream is used. That's a pretty decent stunt, I'll give you that. Decent stunt. So would you say some of these guards are getting killed? Like that guy, would you say he's... That guy's dead? Yeah, you already killed 5 people, so that's fine. But I need to get out. It's fine, those 5 guards are dead. Just to be fair, this is not a bad action scene. I'm being a bit of a dick on by saying that. It's not bad, but it's just... you know, that type of reaction. Why are there sparks in opening the door? Or where the hell the sparks are? It's like, we gotta have sparks because it looks cool. Sure, why not? Well, hopefully none of these prisoners are killers and source forth that they'll escape too. Because if so, you'll be thinking, well, damn, are all these killers or terrorists going to escape too? Are they going to cause ruckus throughout the world? Guess that helicopter will help change things. That's a pretty cool shot, though. His damn feet catching on fire. I forgot about that bit. Jump for joy. I mean, I guess we're supposed to assume he swam all the way to the land without anybody catching him. I guess so. He's like, lady, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I'm not saying much. I just don't really have much to say right now. I'll be right back. See you in a bit. Hey there, sorry about that. Had to do something real quick, but I'm paused at 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 27 seconds. Unpause now. Just try to contact Joan Allen on the phone. I don't know what he expected, if he expected a different result. If he did, I have no idea why. Like I said, this whole thing of not wanting to do the bomb and wanting to get rich and famous, I still don't understand how that plan was going to play out. Because the rest of it is just him trying to catch Castor Troy. Then you have the whole penthouse battle. And then after that, you have the boathouse, the church. So I guess just like Cage as Travolta's infiltrating his family life, now Travolta's Cage to infiltrate this life. And this is where he finds out that Castor Troy's Theater has a son. Well, we're not there yet. They'll be in a bit. Got your pills, got your money. Pretty cool case. Pretty cool looking guns, too. Wouldn't mind having those. again, this whole thing just has this weird vibe. I can't put my finger on it. Where like he's because of what he drank, it's like he's tired and he's lethargic, but he's laughing maniacally like the Joker. This is bipolar schizophrenic feel. It's like a totally bipolar personality. I don't know. Off. It's just a weird way, like the little boy's wee wee room. Like, what the fuck? It makes you think, like, what the hell were they doing with Cage here? Just and yeah, it just comes off as so goofy. It's like so how many times do they have to repeat the film's title? We know the title is Face Off. Like, just again, just comes off as such a goofy, campy performance that just it's hard to take seriously. It's like Willem Dafoe and Spider Man or something of that nature. And does he have this certain look? It's like that's coming up. Yeah, here. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Look at this. What is this shit? What is that? I'm not dead. It's like he thinks he's a vampire still from Vampire's Kiss. What the hell? So he's going to use this whole thing to get rid of his rivals. Which, I mean, it's not going to be that... I don't know if it really be that easy to do all that. There's Danny Masterson, which of course he got in a lot of trouble and he's in jail right now. He was on the TV show That 70s Show, and I forget what he was arrested for. I think he was for assault on women. I think that was the case. Oh, the word that rhymes with grape. That conviction. The raping of two women in 2003. Since then, he has started his prison sentence, although he has been moved to several different facilities. The actor's former co-stars Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis faced major backlash for writing letters of support. B. Drew Phillips, his act is moving on after filing for divorce from the actor. A judge sentenced him to 30 years to life in prison. He was denied bail pending his appeal, with the judge deeming him a flight risk. 30 years to life. California men's colony, a medium to minimum security prison. Huh. East facility, west facility. In the east facility, dozens of classrooms, counseling offices, and vocational shops are available. A myriad of educational and self-help programs. The west facility offers academic and career technical education, self-improvement programs including cognitive behavior therapy programs, substance abuse education, criminal thinking, anger management, and family relationships. He's eligible for parole in 2042. Damn. Well, that's what you did. You shouldn't be doing that to women. Damn, lady, leave me alone. Let me take my clothes off at my own pace. Damn. I mean, I love a woman. Well, I'd let Gina Gershon rip my clothes off, so actually, I'd be like, go ahead. Come on, you'd let Gina Gershon rip your clothes off. I certainly would. Hell yes. Damn straight. I do think Gina Gershon does a good job. That's the thing. As much as I've been having a lot of quiet spots, spots of silence, there are positive things about this film. The action set pieces, when they are there, are pretty well constructed, over the top fun. The whole plane scene at the beginning. I remember this penthouse action bit at a bit being fairly well done. The boat chase. Some pieces of the score, like when the end credits start. Joan Allen, Gina Gershon, I think they do a good job. I think they do a very capable job. John Travolta is having fun with the role when he's the bad guy. When he's the good guy, I think he's kind of boring. Just maybe because we start him off with tragedy, so we don't get to see really anything else of his character. Even like Van Damme Hard Target, you see him kicking ass, but then him being friendly with the girl, and what kind of name is Chance? My mama took one. Christian Slater, you see the bossy with Travolta being playful. No, I don't want to take the money. No, take it. You won. Well, actually, it is yours because I stole it from your locker. So there's a little bit to them before the shit hits the fan, but you don't really get that. So you don't really see much of Travolta's character in any sense other than glum. And granted, there are movies that have done that well, to be fair, but just I don't know. And then Cage's is, I think, being over the top in both sense. I think, like, yeah, like he's having like a hissy face. I don't have an orgasm hugging the kid. Some bitch. It did feel like he was going to have like a damn orgasm. It's like stop talking, start shooting. That's when the movie comes alive. Of course, Over the Rainbow, song from Wizard of Oz. Then even the hookers are rolling over the table to try to get some ass. Well, I guess that way, tried to escape. Like I said, hate is a strong word. I would not say I hate the film, but if you're just, I can't say I'm a big fan of the movie though. Like I said, there's a lot of other John Woo films I enjoy, a lot of other '90s action films I enjoy. It does have good notes. Like this scene is a entertaining scene based on the work technically, all the explosions, all the clutter, all the squibs being used for the destruction of the property. Some nice wide shots to show the destruction going on everywhere, show the chaos. And even Gina Gershon getting in on the action. There you go. Nice tit there from Cage. Get your ass down. Damn, this one guy's like doing a lot of work. He's going over tables. He's crashing through glass, windows. Like, who is this guy? Try to do all the work. Of course, I suppose this is getting more into his artistic style, this whole portion. Operatic. Of course, Tiz being an idiot to stand right in the middle of in the line of fire. Nice tuck and roll there. Bit fucked up though. That SWAT guy is shooting at a boy. Did you see there's a boy in the line of fire? Right to the knee to the face. There you go. Not too bad of an idea. The fate that he killed the guy so that the other guy doesn't get suspicious. Or doesn't try to double tap the guy himself. Right in the neck. Guy's talking well for being shot in the neck. Bit weird that a brother and sister has a mouth-to-mouth kiss. I guess there's just no other... They just didn't want to explain anymore. Just, yeah, sure, brother and sister have mouth-to-mouth kiss. And again, for being shot in the neck, his voice seemed perfectly fine. So there, he's dead. It should be some kind of or gurgling or something, but I guess not. Man, this is like me playing Stranglehold. Wasted all the bullets. Now this is I will say I do like this moment. This nice motif. Because of the mirror, it's like you are looking at the who the true person is. See, that's the thing. If you just take like the airplane scene and this whole section, I would say those are the two parts I enjoy. This is a beautiful explosion. That's crazy. Right on the heels of that stunt, man. Because I doubt it would be Nicolas Cage to have doing that, but insane explosion there. Great stunt work. Just on the heels of that guy. Up here you go. Goodbye, motherfucker. Say hi to Disco for me. There you go. How's it hanging? That's what you get. Try to be in my line of fire. That's what you get, buddy. The only person this character cared for. Be the last time you tie his shoes. This guy says the wrong thing. Fresh-faced. Ooh. Nice headshot. Definitely one of the bloodier bullet wounds. Damn. Nice job. This is definitely one of the bloodier ones. Like, damn. You would think after this, like, it would kiss his whole... I don't know, his whole fame, hero stature would be all screwed up after this whole thing. Ah, this is where the guy gets pissed off about this. Does what I'm sure a lot of people want to do to their boss. Oh, notices that bit of a heart thing there. There you go. Is anybody around? Does anybody see what I'm about to do? Any witnesses? Oh, well, there you go. Bye-bye, guy. Able to kill the guy right under everyone's noses. Well, there you go. Like I said, Nick Cage's character just, his performance just, I can't just buzzed the hell out of me in this movie. The way he plays it, the way he over emotes, overacts it. I don't know, man. Obviously, by this point, again, why he thinks it's going to end well, I have no idea. Like, what does he expect? What does he expect? See, if this is one of those things where now they get into struggle, and then he gets his voice messed up, and then his actual voice starts coming out to make her more a believer. Maybe that would help matters a lot more. I didn't like. Come on, you're not going to expect this girl's going to believe you. I didn't. Oh my god, man. Yeah, I'm trying to sit here going, okay, guys, like, come on, like, get it going. Let's get going. I'm sorry, folks. I know I'm floundering with this commentary. The story just doesn't, the family drama, I'm just not that interested in this movie. I'll be right back. Alright, let's go back. I'm an hour 46 minutes and 46 and 16 seconds in. Let's go back. Shut up, stomach. Go back now. Sorry I keep pausing, there's just so much stuff going on today, and and this is why I don't watch this film a lot. Again, there's just so many other films in the 90s that I prefer, action or otherwise. Like I said, the story doesn't interest me, the plot doesn't intrigue me, the face transplant thing wasn't as exciting of an idea to me as I guess it was to other people. Castor Troy's plan, I think, is pretty stupid. Disarm the bomb, which it seems like he wants death and destruction, and then what, $10 million, whatever. But it's like, well, I want to be a hero, and how much does that pay? But then I'm going to use it to go against the rivals. But you don't really see much of that happening, much of that come to play because of our other character here. And thank God she's a doctor to be able to get this situated and be able to figure this out. Male type AB. That'd be fun if the movie just ended with her shooting him. Credits. Of course, you're the only one that does that stupid move where you wipe your fingerprints on my face. Do you think if I had a dish towel? It's true, nobody else does this. Who the hell does that? So, I'll wipe your face with my hands. And him blubbering like this. I remember this day when we did this. We did that one thing with the. God, man. I do not like Nick Cage's performance in this. He's such a big problem for me in this. And I don't hate Nick Cage. Bringing Out the Dead, Kind Air, The Rock, Willy's Wonderland, The Unbelievable Weight of Massive Talent, Renfield. All I like more than this, to be perfectly honest. I mentioned like 100 action movies in the 90s that I like and prefer. But this, I mean, yeah, if you compare it to a movie today, Madam Web or Venom or Morbius or Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, yes, this is much better. That's why I can't say I hate the film. Sometimes I'd goof off in streams, go, this film sucks. Do I truly think this film sucks without going overboard and silly and to get a reaction from people? No, I don't. But I feel this film's overrated. I'm not a fan of the movie. What's the difference between not being a fan and hating it? I just say I'm not a fan, but I do think there's good attributes to this. Again, the two big action scenes so far. And that's what I mean, like, this film doesn't have as much action as people make it out to be for such a long running time. Again, other than the airport hangar scene, you could say the prison scene, but I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. There's some good moments in it, but it's not an action scene that I remember throughout the ages. The penthouse scene was good. And pretty much we're going to be waiting until the boathouse, which leads to the boat chase. The Mexican standoff. I say Joan Allen's taking this very well, where SIOT, you lied to me, you went undercover without telling me, and now all this other stuff that's happening. Joan Allen was also good in, well, I think it was Pleasantville? I think it was Pleasantville she was in. Actually, let me look up the filmographies of each of these guys. 1 second. Okay. Let's see. Joan Allen. Manhunter, I forgot she was in that from the 80s. That's a very good one. Pleasantville. I know she got a lot of notice for The Contender. Death Race I liked. She played the main villain. A lot of people hate that one. I actually liked it. She's in a chunk of the Bourne films. I think mainly the sequels. Look at John Travolta's career. Terry, Saturday Night Fever, Grease, Blowout. Look Who's Talking, Pulp Fiction, Phenomenon, Broken Arrow, The Thin Red Line, The General's Daughter. Swordfish I thought was okay. Basic I liked. The Punisher was the main villain in that, speaking of Thomas Jane. Wild Hogs with Tim Allen and Martin Lawrence. Take Your Pill 123, directed by Tony Scott. For Paris with Love, that's a fun one. He's very entertaining in that. That might be the last one I liked of his, was From Paris with Love, because after that, Savages I wasn't a fan of. He did films like I Am Wrath. That's a disappointing one because that's directed by Chuck Russell, but it was just a very generic, typical movie. Gaudy, pretty poorly edited. The Fanatic is funny for the wrong reasons, so it is entertaining, but not for the reasons it's supposed to be. He did The Shepherd. That was released on Disney Plus. Oh, it was a short film? 39 is a short film, okay. Mobland. Which I never even heard of. It's funny, he's 5th on the call sheet, but he's on the poster. He's the only one on the poster. Paradise City he did with Bruce Willis. I did see Speed Kills. I don't remember a damn thing about that movie. So there you go. And then Nicolas Cage. Why is it not showing his filmography? Where is the thing that shows his filmography? I don't know why. It's not showing his filmography on here, I don't know. Of the people that go to streaming, he's definitely one that definitely offers some intrigue when he does a project. Because for every bad one, there's a Mandy, and there's a Unbelievable Weight of Massive Talent, and there's a Willy's Wonderland that becomes a nice gem. Raising Arizona. Aves and Andrew I remember being okay. Guardian Test, same. Trapped in Paradise, same. I liked Kiss of Death. He's fun in that movie. The Rock, Con Air. Snake Eyes I liked. 8mm. That's a good one. National Treasure, I did remember enjoying. The first Ghost Rider. Next, I thought was okay. Knowing, I thought was okay. Sorcerer's Apprentice, I didn't hate. Drive Angry, I liked. Pay the Ghost, I didn't mind for what it was. Mom and Dad, Mandy, Spider-Man Noir and Into the Spider-Verse, voicing that here. Color Out of Space, I thought was interesting. Willy's Wonderland, I loved. Renfield, I had fun with. Dream Scenario, I've heard of. I know next up he's playing a serial killer in that film Long Legs. So I don't, like I said, I don't hate Nicolas Cage. I like a lot of his stuff. It's just that, you know, maybe not big with him on this one. Alright, so you got the Mexican standoff here in the church. Ginger Sean must be confused, like, why should I care about this lady? Okay, fine. I'm thinking, when the hell did Ginger Sean get shot? Such that she does. But I mean, I guess, what else you gonna do? I love it. He says, yeah, like, get off me. He doesn't say like yeah, or yeah, more like, yeah, like sure, whatever, lady, just get the fuck off me. That just sounds. His tone is like that. Yeah, okay. Nice little flip there. Yeah, because when you hear a shitload of gunshots, go towards the noise. It's not like she's not going to hear all that damn gunfire. And if you do, don't go towards it. Just saying. Was it Dominic Swain, I think is her name? Just saying. Yeah, I got a bit of gunplay going on here. Not too bad, not too shabby. I mean, it's John Woo. He knows how to handle that fairly well. Yes, I even like Silent Night, which came out recently. I'm not going to say it's not up to par with Hard Target or Broken Arrow or other stuff, but I like the pacing of that more than this one. So that came into play, the voice thing. I was wondering about that. So it does come into play. Should not have given her that knife in the first place. That's a rapid fire handgun. Wonder what kind of handgun that is technically. Because it shot rapid fire. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? How's those gunshots feel? Got too much lead in your diet, I guess. You get the boat chase here. Like I said before, this was originally meant for hard target, but I think it was Van Damme that nixed the idea. I'm guessing because of the area. The area they were at, it probably would have been one of those like fan boats. The big fan on the back would have been one of those airboat. I forget what it's called. Airboat? Not these type of boats, but would it have been cool to see in hard target? Sure. But I mean the stuff with the horse, it didn't bother me that much, but it would have been cool to see, sure. But I wonder, like, with the area they were at, it would have been this much a body of water to play with. So, would the bad guys be on boats, or would it? That's the thing. Like, these are dueling boats, so that's what makes it a bit more fun. I don't think the bad guys would in that would have been on a boat. They would have still been the helicopter. So it'd be him driving a boat and shooting the helicopter from the boat. That's why I think that the horse worked out perfectly fine, because it wouldn't have been this exact scene, because then the environment, the bigger body of water, all that stuff. Great work on the stuntman. Blood squibs. I mean, back in the day when you had blood squibs. Low explosive to simulate gunfire. Because I have to explain it, because some people don't know what that is. It's a pretty cool scene, the boat chase. That especially, that's a beautiful shot. See, like, you would not have that scene in hard target, because there wouldn't be some random Port Authority police boat in the middle of the bayou. That's a great shot, though. Again, kudos to that. Like I said, the 3 action set pieces, you could say it's 3. The beginning, middle, and end are fun to watch. But then I'll just go watch those 3 clips on YouTube. As I said, the story, the characters don't really interest me as much as other John Woo films. But I'd give credit to the action scenes. They're a lot of fun to watch. They're definitely exciting. But I mean, for Nick Cage, I mean, to have these 3 action films in the mid-late 90s, definitely brought him a bit of recognition as an action star. I mean, and 2 of them in the same year. And it worked out well for him, because both of them were $100 million hits. Because Con Air made $100 million, and this made over $100 million. So it definitely helped Nick Cage's career. Credit to the stuntman there to be on the side of the boat and pretty much be water skiing. Not the easiest thing to do, so. I mean, Sally, stuntmen may be a thing of the past as time goes on, because they're going to try to go more towards digital people, digital stunts. Which on one end, sure would be nice because you would take away the risk and people wouldn't die for a film. But then you don't get stuff like this as well. Well, I mean, it's not worth a person's life. That's why you do it. Be careful. Like, that's crazy, the way they fly there. And you go, oh shit! Like, just it feels epic. It feels insane. It feels bigger than life. And you see scenes like this, I can see why people like the film in that way. It's just, again, maybe if it was a different team, Michael Douglas, Harrison Ford, Schwarzenegger and Stallone, Van Damme, Seagal, all sorts of stuff, would have been very cool to see. Hey, nutshot always works. And then, die! And then that look, he's like, doing like the Rock's eyebrow before the Rock did it. Just, I'm trying to do like, what is it, like, I think that lady is Margaret Cho. I think so. Yeah, so apparently, I don't, again, designed to be, who knows how much of it is true, that he wanted Chow Yun Fat for the role. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine he didn't get it because it would have been disappointing. It's such a nothing role. It'd be like, damn, he did Chow Yun Fat for this and nothing else? Not to give him anything to do? Really, you can't even get separate ambulances? You gotta put them in the same one? Oh, it's just to have this scene here with the rain. But, I'm like, damn, like, do they do that a lot? Where they just put two in the same ambulance? Talk about being cheap. That's okay, man. You come in here and, we're gonna lie you down next to the dead body. We cheaped out. We can only afford one ambulance. It doesn't have to be the way it is. You could put me in better shape and thinner. You could do that. If you have that much surgery, like, wouldn't you want to, like, well, you don't have to keep the body the same. You could make me a little bit thinner, you know. Which, how do they do that? Do they like pump in fat to make them wider or something? Because, I mean, not the cage. I mean, Travolta's a little bit bigger, and I think Cage is a little bit thinner. I do like this music, though. I think it's a good score. Musical score here by John Powell. They do. It's a good score. Don't they all say that? I'm sorry I shot you. That happens to people every day, man. Every day, and twice on Tuesday. I'm sorry I shot you. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. By the way, we've adopted this kid. I know you guys didn't have a choice in the matter, and you don't know who this is, but yeah, we adopted another kid. You think the wife would be like, "You want to tell me about this?" You're not going to. God, even she's doing the hand thing now. She's like, "Stop wiping my face. Why does everybody want to wipe my face? Get a dish towel." And it's kind of weird, like, okay, my son dies, so now we replaced him with another boy. But I do like this musical score. It's a very well done, emotional score. Again, it's not the worst movie ever. Far, far from it. It's not the worst movie of the 90s. Far, far from it. It's just, again, not really something I'm a huge fan of, and for a variety of reasons. There's a lot of film issues I personally have with the film. That's just me, though. If you love it, that's cool. To each their own. But thanks once again, Peter. Sorry for all the stops and starts. It just had to. That's how real life goes. Some stuff just gets in the way. But with that said, thanks for watching, people. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye for now.